What's up, what's up? It's your boy. Y'all know who it is. I got a special guest with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
How y'all doing? My name is Houston Lillard. Fly Guy Huey 5 on Twitter. Make sure y'all give me the follow, man. A lot of good info.
Definitely do that. Hey, man, so tell him a little bit about what you've been doing, man.
For the last 3 years, we've been running a youth football program, Team Lillard, 7-on-7 to be exact. We've been traveling state to state, pretty much Las Vegas, Los Angeles, California, Florida, Arizona, Utah, just trying to promote, extra opportunities for kids, obviously through the sport of football. Just trying to help them realize they got opportunities to go to college and just trying to get them as much exposure as possible.
Mr. Everywhere. I know that you actually used to play football,
yes.
Right? Obviously, I've been knowing him since a little pup. I'm a little older than him, obviously.
Yeah, way younger.
Yeah, way. Come on, man, you can't say it like that, though, man. I mean, I'm the OG, but dang, man. He's making me feel way old. You got your thing going, H5.
HL5, yeah, Houston Lillard 5.
And I see the progression, man, of some people that came, man, and then all of a sudden, they one of the top tier students, man. So what are some of the things that you help them with?
Well, mainly just confidence. My biggest thing is just believing in yourself and just recognizing opportunities when they come and not being afraid to go for them. And it started from me playing football. I was a quarterback. I needed guys to catch the ball for me when I was training and stuff like that. And a lot of kids would come out and come catch for me. And as they all went back to school, a lot of them got all state. A lot of them wanted more work. A lot of them wanted to be around me a little bit more. So once I got hurt, I just decided to dive into helping the kids and create bigger opportunities with my background with my brother. With all the support and the resources we have, I'd rather try to find ways to help kids who are less fortunate, kids who never seen what a college looked like, never been to a college, never even thought about going to college. And now a lot of those dudes is the main ones on full scholarships at big colleges because they never knew that opportunity existed. So just finding more ways to make that work.
Okay, so if people want to get in contact with you, or become a part of it, like what do they have to do?
I'm easy to get in contact with. My Instagram is Houston Lillard, just like the city in Texas, Houston. My last name is Lillard. Pretty sure a lot of y'all know Damian Lillard, the basketball player. That's my little brother. So if you forget my last name, just check his jersey out. So that's Houston Lillard. My Twitter, once again, is Fly Guy Huey 5. That's FLYGUY Huey, HUEY with the number 5. And I got emails. Send me a message. I'm easy to get in contact with. I won't hold you off. I'll reach right back out, and I'm willing to help. I'm eager to help. So I'm not somebody that's gonna shoo you away or hold you off. Like, I know what my purpose is. So feel free to reach out.
All right. At what point or what age did you realize that you discovered the love and the passion? Because I know that you played basketball. You were pretty good at basketball as well. At what age did you determine, like, football is just my passion, like it's something I love?
I didn't really decide on football fully until my sophomore. I was about 19 years old. I played football and basketball both my first 2 years of college, and football just happened to be just more influential for me. I found myself hanging out with my football teammates more than my basketball teammates. I found myself realizing that some of those guys were more interested in giving me the right advice. In basketball, a lot of those guys were a little more selfish. Self-motivated. And in football, it's like if one chain is missing, then there's no connection. Everything breaks down. So we was raised like that from a big family atmosphere, and I just felt like football was what had a deeper connection. So I just decided to dive into that and just go the family route and stick with people who was willing to support me as much as I was trying to support them.
Coming up where we at, it's pretty tough and pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
So what were some of the tools that you used to stay motivated?
One of the things I used to stay motivated was I went to the park every day, as you know. Me and Kendall spent a lot of time together at the rec. Even in our early teenage years, we were still up there with a lot of the younger kids playing around and shooting around. And a lot of dudes our age would consider being 19, 20 years old, still at the rec center, is like a lame thing or boring or boosie, but it was our way of staying out the street. A lot of our friends was right at the store. When we left the gym, they was at the store. We getting Gatorade and they was selling drugs. So that was motivation. Like I say, surround myself by people like Kendall and like my cousins, just people who was into the same things I was into, and knowing when to walk away from my friends who was trying to go do things that I wasn't interested in. Not being afraid to be alone, basically.
One of the things that a lot of people that actually want to make it, if they don't make it to the highest point, what is something like that you would advise them to do? Because a lot of them give up at that point. You know
I could speak from that one pretty firmly. I had some secret success after college. I messed around and signed a football contract, and I was very surprised. Didn't expect it. Went and played. Got Rookie of the Year. My career took off at a rate I didn't expect, and I kept going and went up and up and up. And I started expecting my life to go that way. I thought I was a pro. I acted as a pro. I was expecting myself to do certain things, and I broke my leg. And once I broke my leg, that was the first time in my life that I was vulnerable. I was insecure. You know what I mean? I didn't really know what was next, and I couldn't depend on my ability to show people who I was. I had to fall back on everything I learned in school, everything I learned on how to communicate with people who wasn't on the football team. So the biggest thing I could say is that when I went to college, I didn't treat people who wasn't on my team less than me. I didn't look down on my teammates who didn't play. I hung out with the kicker. I hung out with the long snapper. Just treat people how you want to be treated. You know, you learn a lot of information from people, no matter who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I took pride in speaking to people. I took pride in getting to know the campus. I took pride in getting to know the teachers and the facility people. Like, I talked to everybody, and I grabbed little pieces from each person because obviously I may not do what they do. I may not have gone through what they went through. But when you find out information, they just like they say, if you want to hide something from a black person, you put it in a book. So, like, if you're not picking up a book, then you need to be meeting people. He told you I do everything, I be everywhere, and I'm never afraid to speak and introduce myself no matter who it is because I feel like we all a blessing to somebody. So just speak to everybody, man, and treat people how you want to be treated, and I think it'll be easier for you to transition in life when it comes to doing interviews and when it comes to asking questions that you're afraid to figure out the answers because you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so just don't be afraid of the unknown.
Man, spoken from the wise, man, young but beyond his age. So we just gonna end it, man. Just get the kids a spoken word, man. Before we actually head out.
One of the biggest things I've been preaching lately is just to handle business and have fun. I got that from my boy Steve Johnson. He's an NFL wide receiver, but he never said much, but he always was ready to work, and he always was smiling. So wherever you go do something, don't show up with excuses. You know what I'm saying? And once you show up, just be ready to work. If it's hard, ask questions, get through it, and be prepared to get better the next day. So handle business and have fun, man.
Absolutely.
And everything else will go right.
Well, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Houston, again, let them know your platform so they can go to it and follow.
You can find me on Twitter, FlyGuyHuey5, and on Instagram, Houston Lillard. Oh, also, my training page is HL5 Sports on Instagram, HL5 Sports. So that's my training page, Houston Lillard and HL5 Sports. Feel free to reach out. Like I say, I'm not hard to get a hold of. So anything you want to know, man, I answer as much as I can.
All right, there you have it, man. We out.